it's me, SN Jalali, and you're watching my vlog for my young adult historical fiction and Andalus Adventure. Now, last time I took you to Europa Point, which is the southernmost point of Gibraltar, to set the scene of the incredible journey of the Umayyads across the straits to Iberia, where they met the Visigoth kingdom. But you might be wondering now, who exactly are the Umayyads? So let's find out.
Civilizations have come and gone. Only some left a lasting imprint on the world today, the Umayyads no less. In their time, they unified lands and its many cultures, and it was no small feat considering how far and wide they had spread from east to west. Still, they did it, establishing Arabic as the official language, creating common coinage and standardizing the use of weights and measures. They supported maritime trade networks, so Muslim merchants routinely sailed across the Mediterranean, the Persian Gulf, the Indian Ocean, and eventually as far as the Far East like China. They also built some of the most breathtaking architecture the world has known and created a postal system for communication to flow between their vast lands. The Umayyads ruled the Muslim world from 661 to 750 CE. They succeeded when Muawiyah I became ruler after the death of Ali radiallahu anhu, which marked the end of the Rashidun period. Muawiyah established his capital in Damascus, where the Umayyads would rule for almost 100 years until the Abbasids took control, except in Al-Andalus, where it continued until 1031 CE. The Umayyads were unpopular with some. Still, despite everything, they brought order and continuity, and the Umayyads' rule was marked as a time of rapid expansion, paving the way for the coming of the Golden Age. It was a time of peace and prosperity for its citizens, that is, in the day-to-day life of its people. So, for example, as per Quranic teachings, a woman could inherit and administer her own wealth. These examples just go to show how they were completely unheard of and in stark contrast to what medieval Europe's culture had to offer to women at the same time. And you see this in my book. At night, the Tower of Homage is lit up. It was built by the Muslims much later under the Marinid dynasty in the 14th century after an original structure sustained damage. Walking through the square reveals more of a glorious past. The original castle was extensive, with walls built from the top of the rock extending all the way down to the bottom of the rock towards Casamet Square and down to the sea. Today, all that remains of it is a gatehouse with its distinctive cupola roof, and the Tower of Homage with walls and terraces below it.
The Umayyad rule was rapidly expanding as lands came into their control.
Through 680 CE onwards, an Umayyad general, Uqba ibn Nafi al-Fihri al-Quraysh, who by the way previously also served in the time of Umar radiallahu anhu, made huge strides moving through North Africa. When he reached Morocco, riding his horse, they say he plunged into the rolling waves of the Atlantic Ocean till he could go no further, with the legendary words upon his lips, "O Allah, if the sea had not prevented me, I would have galloped on forever like Alexander the Great, upholding your faith."
Here's an interesting fact for you. The very first university built in the world is in Fez, called Al-Qarawiyyin University, and it was founded by a Muslim woman called Fatima al-Fihri, who used the inheritance left to her by her father Muhammad al-Fihri, and they're the descendants of the very same Uqba ibn Nafi, founder of the city of Karawan.
Anyway, back to the Umayyads. By 711 CE, Umayyad general Tariq ibn Ziyad saw much of Iberia, that is, modern-day Spain and Portugal, come into their control. The following year, Muhammad ibn Qasim added Sind to the map, and by 717 to 718 CE, Constantinople was surrounded by the Umayyads for a second time in their efforts to enter this region.
So I think it's fair to say it was a time of rapid expansion.
An Andalus Adventure follows the Umayyads' journey into Al-Andalus that gave rise to Muslim Spain. It was to become an incredible society that at its height became a beacon of knowledge and learning, and was at the same time characterized by a culture of tolerance for those of other faiths. It's an incredibly rich period, and I hope you'll find I captured its very spirit and adventure in my book.
So now you know about the Umayyads, it's time to learn about their adversaries, the Visigoth Kingdom of Iberia. So make sure you watch my next vlog for my young adult historical fiction and Andalus Adventure, which is about the birth of Muslim Spain. And I'll be continuing on my journey through Gibraltar. So make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications, and watch the next video.